trustees. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak. My name is Gregg Schiber. I live about half a mile from the end of the runway. If this expansion were to go through, though I live in Mount Prospect and have lived here for 22 plus years, I will be living about 1 block from the security fence at Chicago Executive Airport. I didn't sign up for that. I signed up for a little airport that pretty much closed at 8 or 9 o'clock at night. That's what I signed up for. What I can tell you is that since I've been there and the noise and traffic has increased so much, I've gotten tax breaks from the Cook County assessor on the taxes on my house. How did I do this? I just took pictures of these big planes, 3-engine planes flying 20 feet over my house, and they could read the tail numbers on these planes. Well, what'll happen now is my house will be even closer, and all the houses north of Euclid will be in my position now. I looked at the situation that John looked at, the taxes. We'll be losing about $48 million between 2020 and 2036 in the lost property taxes based on the decrease in property values of the 1,500 houses between Wolf, River, Euclid, and Old Willow. That's a lot of money. I hope I have your attention on that. That's 48 million, 10% or so doesn't come to Mount Prospect, and a big chunk of which doesn't go to District 21. The other issues that I have with the Chicago Executive Airport is, I did forecasting for a living. I went to Northwestern, have advanced degrees in economics and finance. I worked for Abbott, I worked for Glaxo. I also have my own consulting company for which I had 15 of the top 20 pharmaceutical companies and 18 of the top 40 biopharmaceutical companies as clients. What did I do? I developed forecast models of their products over a 40-year period. The forecasts that Chicago Executive Airport has put together are rather simple. It's like the case that we want, the case that we'll settle for, and where we're at. There's no net present value. Net present value, as you know, is the gold standard in financial analysis that takes into all costs, all revenue that comes into the airport, and then subtracts negative cash flow from positive cash flow, and then takes the time value of money back to zero and says, how much money are we making? They don't have that. They have not done a Monte Carlo analysis. They haven't done a multivariate analysis. They haven't even done, from what I can tell, any market research, other than if we have this, will you come? They also want us to spend a lot of money on tunneling for the Palatine Road. We've mentioned that. What we haven't talked about is the economic injustice or economic injustice that will be thrust upon the approximately 3,500 apartments and condos in Prospect Heights. That's not our fight, that will be the ACLU's fight. But it's something that we have to consider when we're considering Black History Month. We need to consider that there are over 9,000 or 12,000 people that will be evicted. We call it eminent domain, we call it, other things, but what it is having your home, your condo. Many of those condos are owned by people. I looked at what we really get, and I drew this from the long form version. I went online to get a heavy jet, as defined by if you could just give me a moment, I'm so nervous.
Could you wrap this up a little bit?
I will.
More later?
This will be my last point.
Okay.
If we were to get the 6,200-foot runway, and based on the what they define as a heavy jet, we'll get a 7.7 increase in nautical mileage out of all this hullabaloo, all this hodgepodge of actions that they're doing. So in other words, although we can currently get that heavy jet to Beijing, they want to get to Shanghai. We can get to Tokyo, but they want to get to Hong Kong. How many people is this really going to serve? We're going to kick out 3,500 families to do that. That's all I have to say. And thank you very much.
For everyone that we videotape our meetings, this